Hey everyone, it's Ben Williamson with the American Red Cross of South Carolina. I wanted to share with you a really big update. Starting today and moving forward, the American Red Cross will be testing every blood, platelet, and plasma donation for COVID-19 antibodies. So I sat down with one of our medical experts to kind of talk about what this means and what it'll look like for you.
What is the COVID-19 antibody test for someone that may not know?
So the COVID antibody test is when a person is exposed to the COVID-19 virus, as they recover, their body generates an antibody. And so that's what we're testing for, is the antibody that the body creates as a person recovers from the infection.
Can you explain a little bit what the difference between what we're testing, the COVID-19 test versus a diagnostic test, the differences between those two?
The diagnostic test for COVID-19 is a test that is actually detecting the viral particle in a person's body. The antibody test, again, just as I described, is the response of the body to the infection. So it's an antibody that the body generates in response to infection with the viral particle. So they are two completely different tests.
Why is the Red Cross doing this? Why have we chosen to test blood, platelet, and plasma, and offer that service to our donors?
Well, the Red Cross hopes that this information that we can provide to our valued donors about their antibody status will give them some insight into whether they have been exposed to the coronavirus or not.
And that'll lead me to my next question. So someone gets tested. What does it mean if you have a positive antibody test? And then what does it mean if you are negative?
So if an individual has a positive antibody test, that indicates that they may have been exposed to the coronavirus. A negative antibody test can mean that they have not been exposed to the virus, or the antibody level is too low to detect.
When will the donor be notified of those results, and what's the best way for them to be notified and access that information?
The test results will generally be available 7 to 10 days after the donation, and donors can access that information on the Blood Donor app or by the donor portal on redcrossblood.org. It is important for people to know that they do have to be healthy and well when they present to donate. Their temperature will be taken. They will have to answer a series of questions about exposure to COVID-19, but they cannot be sick with the virus, and they have to be feeling healthy and well when they present. That's some of the most important information.
And it's important for you to know that the blood donation process at our blood drives or at our blood donation centers, that will not change. So if you're feeling healthy, if you're able, if you're eligible, please consider making an appointment to give blood.